please welcome back Justice Southbury. She's the Dean of Students at Newtown High School, speaking to us this week. She's been here, I think, every Women's History Month.
I have. I was looking back.
She has. That's great. So please welcome back with her speech, Do We Still Need Women's History Month? Please welcome back LeeAnn Browett.
Hi, everyone. While officially established by Congress in 1987, Women's History Month traces its roots back to 1978 Women's History Week in Santa Rosa, California. Local educators organized the event to bridge the gap in school curriculum, where women's contributions were often overlooked. This grassroots effort gained national momentum when President Jimmy Carter in 1980 issued the first federal proclamation for Women's History Week for March 8th. Eventually, following the advocacy from the National Women's History Project, the celebration was expanded to a month-long observance that we recognize today. The rationale for having Women's History Month was that women were overwhelmingly left out of history as it focused on men. Women's History Month would not only allow for women's achievements to be acknowledged, it would provide an opportunity for school-age girls to see women as leaders, change agents, and innovators. It was not designed only to simply fill in the blanks of history, but to evoke societal change. Although I was a freshman in high school for that first Women's History Month, I don't recall much knowledge of it that year or any of the following years I was in high school. I do recall enthusiastically decorating Women's History Month themed bulletin boards when I first started teaching in the mid-1990s. As a young teacher, I created learning activities that highlighted the achievements of women who made this world a better place. And I was earnestly trying to do my part. I don't think I made a conscious decision about it, but as the years went on, I put less effort into celebrating Women's History Month and more effort into naturally infusing women's stories into the natural history curriculum that I was teaching. Rather than putting a magnifying glass on women for just 1 month a year, I decided to metaphorically zoom out of history and try to include more people's perspectives. Including more people's perspectives inevitably meant including more women. So, if we taught history this way, would we still need a Women's History Month? I wasn't sure. About a decade ago, I stumbled across an article by a female historian that argued that Women's History Month was a mistake. Nancy Goldstone, who focused all of her writings on women monarchs and sovereigns, argued this: Women's History Month ensures that women remain a subset of history rather than an integral component of major recognized world events. I wasn't sure if Goldstone was right, but I definitely didn't want women or any other group to be a subset of history. Watching the outraged reactions of Americans across the political spectrum this week to allegations that Cesar Chavez raped and sexually abused women and young girls in the 1960s and 1970s, while simultaneously championing the farm workers and Latino movements, gave me faith that people don't intend for women to be a subset of history. Dolores Huerta co-founded the United Farm Workers of America with Chavez and fought fiercely for farm workers' rights right alongside him. Fewer people knew her name, but when Dolores Huerta told her story of sexual abuse and rape, Americans believed her. Other women came forward, and Americans believed them too. These women stayed silent for decades because they feared the farm workers' movement would be undermined if the truth of Chavez was revealed. Dolores Huerta and these women are the backbone of the farm workers' movement. They sacrificed everything. They are the heroes. Statues and murals of Chavez have already been taken down and continue to be taken down. My hope is that they'll be replaced with the likenesses of Dolores Huerta. So, do we still need a Women's History Month? I'm an educator. If I gave you the answer to that question, I would not be doing my job well. So I'm going to leave the answer to that question up to you, but I'm going to say this. I do believe the impact of Dolores Huerta's story would be the same if it happened during Women's History Month or any of the 11 other months of the year. History is being rewritten as we speak, and women aren't going to be a subset in it.